subscribe, the notification bell, so you always see me on here live each and every day. Come walk with me wherever you're on the world. And if you're back, please say hello. And I want to get out here and beat the heat, because we're getting a serious heat wave in Boston coming. Tonight feels great right now. It's kind of cooled down. It rained a little bit. I'm trying to be on the track, but they're fixing it. Look at this. They're fixing it. So I'm walking around and doing what other people are doing over here, and want to make sure I, like I said, beat the heat. It was hot today too, but I guess tomorrow's going to be like really bad, and I guess the next day is going to be even worse. So I don't know. I was like, I mean, I have AC in the house, but I'm thinking about checking into a friend's house or that's cooler. My AC does so. Or going to a hotel. We'll see what happens. So definitely got to beat the heat, and definitely got to be prepared. I wanted to go, I went to Costco and I made sure I bought lots of water, extra, and I have extra in case I'm going to go someplace. I don't know that I'll be out here tomorrow. Depends how early this heat wave they're saying is going to happen. It's going to be pretty bad. So I may go to the mall. We'll see what happens. But again, you make it happen and you figure it all out, right? And that's all part of making the commitment to walk each day. Although in the winter, again, living in New England, it's always a trip. In the winter, I thought I was going to walk and I couldn't because it was just such bad snow. My goal is to go to the mall. So we'll see how it goes. But so far, I've been going live every day and making that commitment. And I hope that you see this and that you do the same thing as well. And again, I'm walking around the track because I don't know where else to walk here. Check this out here. So I don't know if I can get in there or not, but if not, I'll just improvise, and I'm just making it happen. Of course, my Step Up app is on, so it's tracking my steps. And if I got to walk on the street, so be it. But you know, you can walk anywhere is my point. Yes, I have a track and I like that. But on the same token, I've walked in many different places, from the parking lots to sidewalks to, you know, being in downtown Vegas, walking over there, all over. And why not? You just make it happen, right? So I think there's a way of getting in here onto the track a little bit. So we'll see. I'm going to kind of make it happen. People are playing basketball. Well, they're playing ball over here, and it's tennis. I'm trying to walk around. They're building a new playground over here. Check this out. There's a great little area here, which I like. But hello there. Welcome. Where are you from? Say hello. I hope that you are working on your wellness quest. This is for adults only, 18 and above, who are working on their wellness journey. And this is my wellness quest. I had some health issues where I almost died, unfortunately, taking Advil. I vomited blood. It went through me in 2 different ways. Ended up in the hospital, and I thought I was dead. And they thought I either had an ulcer or stomach cancer. I didn't know. Thank God I didn't have any of that. But they did tell me to get on Nexium. And if I would not, they said I would develop it. I was on it for 10 years with side effects and bone loss and things like that. I started doing some research, found ginger and turmeric to be my savior, and got onto some high-impact ginger and turmeric and muscadine from these naturopaths. And I found out, again, I'm not a doctor making claims, just telling my story. I found out that everything's not the same in terms of what's out there. So mine's high impact. It's been, you know, lab tested independently not once but twice. And the benefits, you take a lot of it, as we're all screwed up, is, you know, helps with inflammation, digestion, absorption, blood flow. And somebody was calling me a spam call, and sorry about that. It kind of cuts me off, but I'm back, and hopefully, I don't know, it rained a little bit, I think, earlier. I hope it's not going to rain now, but it definitely, like I said, cooled down. And I'm on some of the track right now. As you can see, they're still doing some work here. So I'm on some of it. So that works for me. And like I said, we have a carnival in our town for July 4th. So it used to be in this area. It's right across the street. So they say like no parking over here and stuff like that. But there's people over here walking over the, I don't know if they're allowed to do that. They're walking over the covering. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to walk this way right here. So I'm avoiding that, and I'm going to walk around just because I don't know if this was paint or they painted the lines or what they did. I have no idea, but I just want to respect it and keep it moving. So anyway, beating the heat. How about you? Is it hot where you're at? Are you working on your wellness journey? Are you looking at walking 10,000 steps a day like I did? Are you looking at doing 10 miles a day like I started to do? So love to hear your story. Love to hear how that has benefited you. And if it's really hot where you're at and you're beating the heat as well, and figuring out how to pivot with that and get your walks in, right? Because again, here it's either too cold or too hot. What am I going to do, right? I live in New England. You wait 5 minutes and the weather changes. So, like I said, hopefully I'll get to the mall. I don't know. Sometimes there's things out of your control, but you have to kind of beat it and plan for it, right? And my intention is always to be on top of stuff. What's your intention? Are you taking your wellness quest on a serious level? Are you motivated to go walking? I hope this inspires you to do the same and come walk with me wherever you're on the world. That's what I'm talking about. So beat the heat, make the plans, and you too, being persistent and consistent, can have some great benefits of just doing that alone. And then if you want to take it further and join me on my wellness quest, it's complimentary. I'm not a doctor, don't make claims, but we do work with some. And we have people from around the world. We just did one Sunday, and we loaded it on the station. You can view it. I did a PowerPoint actually on walking and the benefits of it. That was the topic. But we do other topics too on different things, from anything from fatty liver to inflammation to benefits of ginger, turmeric, and muscadine. Really good things as well. We've had a couple doctors, like Dr. Pugh's on my team. He's an eye doctor. He wrote a book on how to reverse blindness naturally. He's on my YouTube station. So we got some good resources. Again, I'm not a doctor, but I work with some. And after almost dying, I can tell you I take my health seriously. Do you take your health seriously? Are you getting in control and being in the heat? Are you beating whatever other obstacle you have from walking and making that a priority, right? I'm self-employed and I'm a balloon artist. And I know it sounds funny, there's actually a lot of preparation with it. I also run a balloon convention. I do a few different other things too. Like I'm into my natural health. I'm also into nodes on blockchains and stuff like that. I'm kind of entrepreneurial / artist, right? So with that said, my life gets busy and I prioritize. I'm also a realtor too, by the way. I haven't done that in a little while. I'm renewing my license. It's on the tip of my tongue as my birthday's coming up. So that's when it's time to renew. So with that said, how are you balancing things out? Are you scheduling your walks, right? I schedule it and I put it. Now, I didn't schedule the time. I just had it on my list to do that I was going to get it done. So I made that a priority. I have other things I have to do. Emails that take a long time from sponsors and stuff, my convention and other forms of paperwork that is not fun, but we got to do it. We got to schedule it. We got to get it done and get it off the list. But the walking part is so key, and to beat the heat and to plan is so key, because I know that I'll sleep better when I have my walk in. I know that mentally I'll be better. I know that my weight loss is happening. I know that my back doesn't hurt when I keep it moving, right? So you got to plan. And sometimes, like such bad humidity, I don't know how that's going to affect me the next couple of days, right? Or you, if you're watching this, if you're going through that where you live, or you're in Boston. So we all have to deal with something different, right? And there's always distractions, and there's always life lessons and life things that happen. So you do have to beat things and put it in your mind, make it a priority, because your life and your health is everything. And if you don't have that, you have nothing. Money doesn't buy that. Your lifespan does help with that. And nothing else matters. There's nothing else more important than you, okay? And after almost dying and losing my parents, unfortunately, god-awful ways, I can tell you that is so true. I went back on the track here. So if you're watching this, and this is speaking to you, obviously you're listening to this for a reason, you're supposed to hear it, then come walk with me wherever you're on the world. Get inspired to make that decision. Do the research as to 10,000 steps, what it does. Some amazing information. I studied it for a while on YouTube, and like I said, I did a presentation on that on Sunday, loaded Monday. You can see it on my station. And, it took me a few years to understand the amount of walking, right? Before that, I was walking, but maybe 2 miles, or maybe a mile here, a mile there. But the 10,000 steps, it's a whole nother level of commitment. And when you have that, right, and you plan and you know, really get ahead of things, right? Like I got to get ahead of the heat here, right? Coming. Then things happen. Like I said, I don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. I don't know what today was going to bring. So meaning tomorrow I might be out here in the morning before it gets too hot. It's going to be over 100 degrees, I think, okay, with a really bad humidity. Or I might be in the mall. I can't predict that. I'm going to see what happens, and I'll make it happen, right? However it is, I'll make it happen, and I'll be here. And that's an amazing thing with YouTube, because I'm accountable to the universe, and you can be accountable to yourself and to me, and we can be accountable to each other. So come join me, right? Come join my wellness quest. If you had a life-changing experience where you almost died, like I did, I'd love to hear about it. And if you also understand the dangers of some of our food and medicines and things like that, this station's for you, right? I'm not telling people not to take them. I'm just telling you to wake up and understand you're in control of certain things, right? You definitely are in control of getting ahead of things. Like I know the weather's gonna be bad, so here I am getting ahead of it, right? And making it happen. Today, like I said, I think it was probably warmer today. Now it's cooled down a little bit, but it's still warm. And just said, no. It was one of those days I could have said, uh-oh, I gotta prep. And, you know, I have my wellness quest live tonight, which we're all checking in. We're going to have some Zoom calls, right? It takes time to do that as well. And I still have to have dinner and things like that. And then I want to organize for tomorrow so I can get ahead of this weather. So in case I'm going to go someplace and spend a couple nights with my friends, I just want to be good and ready. I did go to Costco and I bought, like I said, lots of water. They were like sold out of a lot of water that I like, but I have a case to bring and just want to prepare, right? Everything's about preparation thinking, and nothing else matters but that. So I challenge you to do that, to take your wellness seriously, to make it a priority to move, because you can. I don't care where you live. You can walk, right? If you can't do anything else, you can do that. And you'll see some of the great benefits of doing that. And then if you want to learn some other things, like big shout out to Bonnie and Lucy. I spoke to them today. And I spoke to Del Briga today. A few people asking me questions about their wellness journey and about what they're working on. I know Lucy's talking about what she needs in her body, magnesium. I said yes, but you need a magnesium that's going to help you where you can absorb it. And because our body's all been damaged, right, ginger and turmeric, high impact, creates absorption. You got to clean up that gut and get your body moving, especially when you're inflamed. And we're all inflamed, a lot of us, right? So when we go through what I learned from a mentor of mine who went to medical school, not me, it goes through hard tissue, soft tissue, sugar, and digestion. It works like magic in terms of what you put in your body, and when you get your body moving, what you drink for hydration, everything, sleep, all that, it all affects. So when you get ahead of things, like getting ahead of the weather, the heat, getting ahead of your health, getting ahead of your nutrition, getting ahead of your carbs, like doing keto or paleo like I do, right? And educating yourself as to what's going on with our food, how they started feeding cows grains, they'll eat grass or hay, like the GMOs that were introduced in the 90s, and everyone's getting sicker and sicker. You'll understand a little bit better what's going on, right? So even though it's humid still, it's still a little humid here, it's nice. I'm glad I'm outside. I'm getting ahead of this, and I hope that you do too. I hope this inspires you. So each day I want to inspire myself, inspire you, and keep it moving. Come walk with me wherever you're on the world. And really, I'm just praying this heat's not gonna be too bad. I can't control it, I get that. But it's going to be super hot. When it hits over 100 here, it's not fun at all because it's too humid. I mean, I go to Vegas where it's 120. I'll be there in a couple weeks. The dry heat, it's hot, but it's not like this at all. So it is what it is. So make sure you're getting ahead of things. Make sure you're making your health a priority. I challenge you to come walk, even if it's just 15 minutes a day to get started. I challenge you, do it consistently each day. I go live every day for that reason. I use this tool called YouTube. I was on the Step Up app, I still am, but I was in groups on there motivating each other. It was great, but I find YouTube to be great because now any time of day, whether it's morning or night, right now it's night for me, I have an audience, and there's people that are new, and there's people that come in again to see, or they see the replays. How cool is that? And you can too. So if that inspires you to start your station, to walk at least, do it. Let me know. Let's be in touch. Send me an email, send me a message. I'll put my description after I get home on this video. Like, subscribe. We had hit, I don't know what number we were at, 212, I think. Love to hit 215. We're trying to go to 250 with your help, but we want the right people on here. Come join me on the wellness quest, and you can send me an email for that and to do your health survey. All complimentary, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I can't see what you're writing. All right, wow. Well, welcome. I'm all done though. So you guys, with that said, that's all folks. Thanks so much. Come walk with me, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Like, subscribe.